Syntax and errors. Programming languages are just like regular languages, in the sense that it also has a set of rules. Just like how you can face endless ridicule on the internet with a single typo on an otherwise well-written essay, one mistake in your code is enough to make the whole thing meaningless. So let's discuss the syntax of Python to avoid errors.
Let's say you're working with a big group. You'd probably go insane if, after working on the project for weeks, you saw an unfamiliar line of code and have no idea what it's about. That's why comments are important. When you run your project, comments are completely ignored. They're entirely for the use of programmers like you. To make a comment, all you need to do is use the pound sign. Here are some examples.
In Python, indentation is extremely important because we use them to create a new block of code. In JavaScript, for example, you can set a new block of code using curly braces. Here, all it takes is a bit of white space or the space around your code. If you want indents, simply press the spacebar repeatedly or use the tab key.
Indented blocks are also preceded by a colon on the previous line.
Here's an example. In JavaScript or C++, you would need to add a semicolon to end your statements. This isn't necessary for Python, because simply ending the line of code lets you end the statement.
Consider this. These two are already separate lines of code.
Parentheses indicate that a function is being called. The parentheses in the print function indicate that we need to put something within them.
They can also be used in mathematical operations, which we will be discussing in a future tutorial.
Now, if for some reason these rules are not followed, this could result in an error, which is why we need to be careful about writing our code.
It could be difficult to find what went wrong, especially if you've already written long blocks of code. Fortunately, some text editors indicate the issue by highlighting the syntax, so hopefully it won't be too big of a problem.
And there you have it! Now you know the basic syntax of Python. In this video, we learned about syntax, comments, indentation, ending your statement, parentheses, and errors. That's all for today, folks. See you next time!